Does anybody else feel like their to-do list is just never ending? Like just constantly growing and adding things to it? Because that's what I'm feeling like right now. Good morning, pretty girl. We'll go out for a ride in a bit, okay? Have you eaten all your hay? Oh. I bet you were feeling very smug last night being in your stable while those boys were out there getting wet, weren't you? So we're going to head out for a ride in a little bit. I chucked some hay in for her when I got here, and then I kind of got distracted doing jobs. So it chucked it down yesterday, and I mean chucked it down. And I was so annoyed because I have so many things I want to get done. And so I ended up gutting and cleaning our tack room yesterday. So we used to have a big beanbag chair in here, which is now currently sitting in our bedding shed. We've decided we don't want it in here anymore. It's just too big, it's too bulky. Like, yes, it's comfy. Like, it's a really fun novelty thing. It's nice to sit on, but it's just too big in here. Like, it's such a tiny space, our tack room. And it's just too big. So that's gone, that's out. What I really want to do is try and get like a really small square table in here and like maybe one of those fold-up chairs, just so that we've got somewhere to sit and tack clean and like, clean brushes and do boots and stuff like that. That's in the dry, obviously. Always a perk to have somewhere dry to do those jobs. But there was a massive rodent's nest down here, so you can see the holes in the walls where they've been coming through. That's all rotten and useless. This whole stable block is rotting, basically. It's really not good. I've cleaned all my brushes. Well, I've started on cleaning my brushes, so I've done had a good scrub on all my natural fibre ones. Gave these a good clean yesterday. All of my plasticky ones are currently sat in that bucket of soap and disinfectant. I need to get those out and give them a good scrub. They were disgusting. Like, you could literally peel the filth off of them. They were that bad. Absolutely minging. You can tell I haven't done that in a few months. I've had a good tidy up in the back as well. I cleaned all my bridles yesterday as well. That was quite a big job. So we have a ridiculous number of bridles somehow. So Nell, Woody and Blue each have an everyday bridle. And then Blue and Woody have got ridden show bridles with the double rings and the pelham bit. And then on top of that, Woody and Blue have each got a proper showing in-hand bridle now with like the brass buckles and everything. And then Stumpy's got an in-hand showing bridle with the brass buckles. But yeah, that's a lot of bridles we have. So I cleaned all of them, tidied them up. I have got so many dirty saddle pads in my car. My car kind of smells like a combination between dirty feet and cabbage right now. I got in it this morning and I was like, oh. So I put them in there last night. I had every intention to go into the laundry, but I got soaked to my skin. I was like, you know what, they can just stay in there till tomorrow. But I regret that decision now because my car is honking a good one. Yeah, so that kind of happened last night, the epic tack room clean out. I managed to take a whole bin bag full of rubbish out there as well, which is like, where does it all come from? Where does the junk come from? And then I was kind of thinking about the rotten holes that the mice have eaten through, and then I started thinking about the outside of the stables, and I was like, man, we really need to address the overall building, because like September is flying. I have no idea where September is going, but we're going to be starting to use these stables again soon, and they are not in a good state. So I've just been along this morning, and I've kind of cleaned the fronts off and hosed them all off. That's why they're soaking wet at the moment. Obviously, they need a paint job. These horses just have no respect for our stuff, clearly. Would you believe me if I told you that I actually paint this building every single summer? Every year this gets a fresh coat of paint on it. And every year it ends up looking like this. It's just disgraceful. So yeah, this all needs tidying up. That's probably going to need sanding down a bit as well. All the bottoms need resealing. So loads of this has failed. Like, all this is just, yeah, that's not doing any good anymore. Surprisingly not that rotten, actually. I mean, it's not great, but I think I've put enough treatment on there over the years that it's... I mean, I'm going to stop kidding myself here. Our stable block is screwed. We need new stables, really. Blues down here, this is the worst. I mean, that is just completely rotten. And don't really know what we're going to do about it, to be honest. I haven't forgotten you, pretty girl. I haven't forgotten you. I'm just letting you eat and sit for a bit. You're so smiley. Are you really happy? Are you happy, horse? Oh, you're so pretty. Pretty girl. She's literally over there just smiling. It's so cute. Yeah, so I don't really know what the plan is for dealing with this, because it's not as simple as just taking a panel off and replacing it, because, well, this entire wall is like, it's all one piece. I have several times this year actually emailed various like stable construction companies, like trying to scope up whether or not we could get somebody out to fix this stable block up for us. I just wanted to get some quotes and like get some ideas of what we could possibly do with it. And everybody who actually emailed me back after I described the condition of our building was like, oh no, we wouldn't repair that, it's not worth it, we would only replace. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, I would love to have a new stable block, but there ain't no money for a new stable block, so it's repair it, that is the option. So I don't really know what we're gonna do with it, patch it up, make do somehow, I really don't know. But we need to deal with the rotten bits on the bottom, the back of the building. Oh my goodness, you don't even want to know what's going on around the back of our building. It is, oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Basically, where it's gone wrong, so this building was here when we bought the property, and it was not constructed adequately, is the politest way of putting it. So when we got here, there was literally a block of stables sat on a concrete pad, like wooden stables sat on a concrete pad. It wasn't anchored down in any way, shape or form. There was no waterproof membrane underneath it. It wasn't raised up on bricks or anything like that to keep it away from the damp. Literally just wooden stable block sat on concrete pad. That was it. And yeah, we've kind of done our best, and it had woodworm really badly when we got here as well, which I didn't realise immediately. Like, we knew there was rotten bits of it, but yeah, there was really bad woodworm. I have dealt with that since. So basically, it was never in a good way when we got it, and we've just kind of patched it up and done the best we can over the years to keep it kind of functional, but it's really like, I'm surprised it's lasted this long. I really am. I'm glad it's lasted this long, because, you know, there ain't no money to get another one, that's for damn sure. Not at the moment. See if, I don't know if, oh no, I don't think we can get down the back at the moment. I see lots of vegetation. Oh, stinging nettles. Oh wow, that escalated again. Jeez. I went down here with a strimmer like a month ago. Where has this all come from? Oh my goodness. Well, there's another job to add to my list. Come down here and clear all the vegetation off the back of the building again. Flippin' heck. I actually don't understand how it grows so fast. Oh, yeah. Cobwebs as well. Just why? Yes, you've broken your door. I am aware of the fact that you've broken one of the hinges on your door. I know. You take great pride. Oh, you bent it. Oh, no, you have snapped it. Yeah, that's snapped. And the only thing holding that on is that, which is also broken. You've pushed your wall out again, haven't you? And, yes, this as well. Like, does anybody else's horses just have zero respect for stuff? Like, our guys just break everything. Look, Blue's done it as well. Look, yeah. Just, why? Why'd you do it? One day, I am going to get all of these buildings replaced with, like, brick-built stables. I had so much satisfaction the other day when Blue was at the vet's, and he was running his teeth along that breeze block stable, and he was like, oh, I can't trash it. I'm like, no, you can't, can you, you little nerve? And that's what I'm going to have one day. I'm going to have a building that they can't trash, and it's going to be so satisfying. I'm just coming over here, actually, and I'm looking at more jobs that they're doing. All the fencing. Oh my goodness, the fencing. It's just a disaster right now. All the rails are off, and I haven't bothered putting them back on because they need to come off. I need to put wire on it all. But we're getting to the time of year now where I'm like, I'm having less interest in what's out there and more interest in what's up here, because in a few months' time, this is going to be all we're working with. So up here needs to be ready to go. I need to get this fixed. It's too many jobs.